the trends seem to be in the favor of the BJP from whatever has come across. And also, if you look at it and see whether it makes sense for one to say, why the BJP is ahead. The point here is that the Congress in the last 5 years hasn't really done anything substantial to regain the lost ground. At least it's not very visible. There have been some slight changes in the alignments in terms of coalition, but they don't seem to be. They don't seem to have done anything to get back, the initiative in Assam. But then, having said this, I'll make it very clear that elections are known for surprises, so anything can happen. But as it stands, from what the reports on the ground say, it looks like the BJP has an advantage. See, when newspapers carry stories like this, I suppose you mean after the first round of election, the newspapers carried this. When they carry stories like this, what it tends to do is it tends to influence voter behavior in the second phase. In fact, if you know the rules, the rules is that you can't come out with exit polls, until after all the elections are over. What typically happens is once elections are done on election day, you have these survey agencies which ask people whom they voted for and all that, which is the exit poll. But these exit poll results have to be announced only at the end of all the phases of all the states, which means I think May 2nd is the date of counting. It will be announced just before that, on May 1st or April 30th. But these newspapers, what they have done by saying that the first phase has gone to the BJP and it's going to win all the seats, they are indirectly, it's like an exit poll, though it's not that. And then typically what happens is that psychologically people want to be on the winning side. And this tends to neutralize what the rule is, which is that you can't come out with an exit poll. That is why they have been sent this notice. They will issue the notice. Now let's look at what happens. If this case is pursued, if the Election Commission pursues this, they will come out with a new rule saying such articles cannot come in future. In future, you cannot, media cannot publish such pieces. Because once, if you do that, then you can go to jail, you can be prosecuted and all that. So there are, other sets of things that can follow. It's like a small loophole that the media used. Media which is close to the ruling party. Women have always been marginalized. Very rarely have they been given the opportunity to assert themselves, in many ways. Because the political clout still lies with the hands of men, the male gender. In fact, that is one of the reasons why they wanted to institutionalize. There is an attempt to institutionalize reservations for women. 33% of women in parliament should be women. But it has been stalled, despite the fact that it was passed in Lok Sabha. It could not go through the Rajya Sabha, and the whole thing has basically now been, subverted, because the male members of the various different political parties, cutting across party lines, are against this. There are two ways of looking at it. Now we are talking about elections in Assam, because the CAA in Assam means one thing, and CAA for the rest of the country is something else. Because in Assam, if you go by the Assam agitation and all that foreigners issue, the point with the CAA is that why are Assamese upset about the CAA? Because as per the the CAA, the amended Citizenship Act, anyone, any person of any religion other than a Muslim will be given citizenship if they have been in India, before 2016, right? Now, Assam is very much against it, because Assam does not want citizenship to be given to anybody, including Hindus, those who have come after 1971. By the CAA, by bringing it down to 2016 and by agreeing to give citizenship to Hindus, is basically threatening the Assamese. For the Assamese, it's not a religious issue. The Assamese does not, do not see it as a Hindu versus a Muslim issue. They see it as an outsider versus insider issue. So they are, as far as they are concerned, anyone who's an outsider being given citizenship means threatening their own livelihood and threatening their survival and their life. So that's the reason why they are against CAA. So this has become a sticky point for the BJP, because for the BJP calculated that if they implement CAA, they would get the support of the Assamese, because it's only the Muslims that they are now keeping out. The rest they are bringing in. But because they always see things in terms of religion and Hindu-Muslim, that kind of a view, they completely went wrong on CAA as far as Assam is concerned. But as far as the rest of the country is concerned, it's purely because it's a discrimination against Muslims and it goes against article, basically the constitution. So the reasons are different for the opposition in Assam and opposition in the rest of the country. But fundamentally, the whole thing that is one of the reasons why the CAA has actually been stalled. It's basically right now it's in limbo. It's in cold storage.